Welcome back to the channel. This is Kevin with Everglades Canine Academy, and today I'm working with Tilly, the Aussie Doodle. We're going to kind of talk about the importance of working the place command. All right, so place is a command that you give to your dog, and they should be able to get their body up on anything. In this example, I'm using a dog cot, but it could be like a picnic table, a park bench, anything your dog can physically jump on. You can use this place command and should practice this place command for. Now, one of the reasons why I like practicing place right away with dogs is not only to reward them, and it is an obedience command, but more importantly, I practice loading the no marker, loading a non-reinforcement marker. All right. And the way I do that is I put the dog on place, and in theory and in practice, and what we do is the dog is not allowed to leave the placemat until we use the reward marker, which is yes. Then the dog can get off the mat. Other reward markers could be okay and free and break. All right. I just always just use yes. So uh, the main reason why I practice place is because it gives me an opportunity for the dog to learn what no means. All right. Now, most of the time, most trainers are teaching their dog no in a situational setting, whether the dog is like jumping on them or counter surfing and they go no, or even owners, not just dog trainers, go no. Maybe you grab your dog or use a leash correction, and you're reinforcing no that way. But I really like using the place command because this gives the dog a real life situation, or this helps the dog in the real life situation. Okay, so I can formally teach them no when they try to break the placemat or when they try to break the place command. I can teach the dog no in a conditional way. And now the dog is learning that no means they need to reevaluate what they're doing. So, most jobs trainers get hired for are my dog is reactive on leash and I can't walk around the neighborhood or else they bark at other dogs, blah, 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 blah. She's freaking out over a rock. It's really funny. Um, now, uh, now most, I was actually just making sure it is a rock. We do have a lot of animals around here. Now, most trainers are hired because their clients' dogs are reactive. Okay, that means like I can't walk my dog around the neighborhood without them freaking out. And they're going, no, and they're popping the leash and the dog is never learning. You need to bring the dog back to the basics and you need to teach them what no really means. They probably don't know what it means. They don't know words, they just hear sounds. All right. So we want to make sure the dog actually understands what the word no means. Okay. And I'm going to keep doing videos on this exercise because I think it's very effective. And I really find it useful when I'm training dogs once you start taking them out to the environment. All right. Now, in Tilly's case, she gets really excited when she sees other dogs. She's not aggressive at all, not a mean bone in her body, but we still can call it reactivity because she gets really excited. She lunges, potentially pulling her owners to the ground. Okay. So we really need to start conditioning what no means. Yes is really easy, right? One easy way to do it is yes. We reward, we say yes, we give a reward for food. I also like working my yes and no markers for doorway manners. That's like one of the best ways when they're coming out of the kennel, right? I only let them out of the kennel until I say yes. That's how I get dogs to learn their reward marker. All right, so let's practice someplace and let's try to work in a little bit of no because I know they're going to make that mistake eventually. All right, let's see if we can get her on the placemat. All right, very good. Good, we can reinforce with good. No. So when she looks down, that's when I'm going to say no. No. Good. I'll reward just for duration. No. Yes. There we go. And it really needs to conclude with a good release. Okay. You really need to give your dog a release. Tilly, place. Good girl. No. Good. No. So even when she starts looking down, no. I'm going to load that. No. Yes. Very good. I'm going to work in front of the camera a little bit. Let's bring this in front of the camera so you guys can see a little bit better her head movement. You got to really be observant of the dog's body motion. Sorry, baby. Here we go. Tilly, place. Uh-uh. No. She's very new to this. I had to use a lure. Yes. There we go. Let's try to get some reps in because she is getting confused. She just wants to sniff on the ground. That's also another. And I was using a little bit of leash pressure too to get her attention. Place. Good. Yes. Good girl. Tilly, place. Yes. All right. Now, the reason why I'm giving her instant feedback is because the last time she was struggling a lot. She was like, I don't know what you want. Or she actually just wasn't even engaging or paying attention to me. Yes. Which can be frustrating, right? She wasn't even making eye contact. Yes. Which also means that I need to build more engagement with her. I need to practice with her, just loading markers, rewarding. Yes. Good girl. All right. So we're going to get to no here. I'm actually just going to drop commands altogether. Go, little hand signal. Nope. Yes. There we go. That was a perfect example right there because she did get 2 paws off. She was in her mind. She was already confirmed that she was going to leave the placemat. I said, no, I use spatial pressure. I'm pushing her back with my body language, right? I'm using spatial pressure and she got back on the placemat. All right. That was a very, very good loading of a non-reinforcement marker. All right. I'm really helping her understand what no means. Okay. Tilly, place. Let's go back to the command. There we go. Just a little bit of leash guidance. No. Good. We're going to reinforce with good. I never tell dogs to stay. Good girl. Start making a little more distance. Good. Nose to the ground. Good. Got to get her to engage. No. There we go. Yes. I want to reward eye contact. So one thing that Tilly does that needs to be worked on is she drifts. All right. So she will look at you for a second and then all of a sudden she'll just start thinking of other things, right? She doesn't want to hold her engagement towards the handler. All right. So this is where we need to just load markers. Let's see if she even responds to the YES marker. Yes. There we go. Yeah, I got a little response from her. Not very enthusiastic. Yes. There we go. Can you follow it? Can you chase it? Can we build drive? She likes to chase other dogs. Good. Good girl. Wow, look at you. Place. Hey, just kind of give her little leash corrections if she drifts. Yes. Easy reward for that one. All right, so start using this place command as a way to tell dogs to load No, let's use a little leash pressure. There we go. Let's use a little leash pressure for sit. I'm gonna hold straight up. There we go. Good. Good. Let's reinforce. Now I'm just waiting for her to break, actually. Let's get her back into a sit. Leash pressure up. There we go. We got the sit. No. There we go. Good. All right. Not too much duration built into her yet, but we're going to work on that. All right. There we go. Good. She's holding it pretty well. She wants to break sit. Let's make her sit. Good. Good. Let's go ahead and relieve her. Yes. She's holding it pretty well. All right. Good girl. So start working this place command to the best of your ability. There we go. So what I'm seeing from her, good girl. I want to reward eye contact because she seldom wants to give me eye contact. No. Here we go. Even that time I'm using like a little leash correction. Good. Good. Working on her understanding what no means. All right. Tilly, sit. Yes. So we're using place to work corrections and rewards and duration. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. I'm going to go ahead and end the video there. Keep up the good work, and always remember, happy training. Come on, baby.